Okay, welcome to day 2 of our Keith Haring project. And what we're going to be doing today is attaching these guys to the background paper. So in order to do that, you need to use some of your scrap construction paper or anything like that that you have laying around. And what I want to do is cut some strips. What I like to do when I am popping something up, I just make some simple little rings. You guys see how that connects like a little ring. And I'm going to take my glue stick and just pop a little glue onto one end and stick those together and just squeeze hard for a few seconds. Okay, and I want to make probably 2 of these for each character. So I'm just going to do 1 for now and show you what that looks like. But I'm making my 2 rings, okay, and these are going to pop this guy up. And the way that they do that is I put some glue on the back of his head and somewhere else on the body. And then I put the glue one more time on the back of these rings. So they're hidden. You can't see the rings very easily from the front. And I'm just going to press and hold for a few more seconds and let that really dry. And once it's dry, I can come in here with my fingers from the side and pop them up a little bit. And you can see he just lifted up. Because I pressed so hard, these kind of flattened out underneath. And you're going to have to kind of fix that with your fingers. But there he is. Now he's floating. Okay, and we want to do that to my other guy as well. So I'll just fast forward that really fast, and then we can get working on the background. And there we go. Both of my figures have been glued down, and they pop up off the scene. You can see it from the side. They come up into my space a little bit. And I struggled a little bit with my glue stick, depending on what glue stick you have. It'll either attach to your construction paper better or not. If you struggle with your glue stick, you can simply make a tape ball, and it'll do just about the same thing. A tape ball is when you take a piece of tape here, and you make that same ring that we made out of construction paper, but this one's out of tape. And if I were to put that behind him, that would hold him on as well. If you're really, really struggling and you cannot get these guys to pop up, you could put squares of cardboard behind him, like maybe 2 small squares, and they're all glued really well with Elmer's glue. That would pop him up. I would do something like that. I think if you really work at it a little bit, you can solve that problem. Now, the very last step for this project is to create our action lines. And Keith Haring loved to fill the space around his characters in his murals with just simple black action lines. And you can kind of figure out where these are going to be because think about what your character's doing, right? Is my character jumping? Well, then maybe I do a lot of action lines around the legs, right? If my character punching or waving, then maybe more action lines around the arms. But action lines will be used to kind of fill in this blue space or whatever color you used, and just fill it in, make it look really nice and finished. I'm going to fast forward through mine. I would suggest that you use a pencil first, and then trace over with a marker. But let's see how this goes. And there we go. This is something that I would consider finished for this project. The characters are glued in place and popping up. The background has been filled with these action lines and maybe a few words or maybe a few little doodles. That's totally cool. We just want to make sure there's not too much blank space with nothing going on. You want the whole thing to look kind of busy. What you put there is up to you, and I'm really looking forward to seeing these. So hang on to them. We'll hold them up next class, and we'll see how everybody did. Great job, you guys. Keep it up. And keep making art. Bye.